What's up guys, welcome to a new episode of Call of Duty Face Off. Before we jump into today's featured video, if you guys want to check out the two videos that are on the screen right now, the one on the left, the newest episode of Call of Duty Face Off on Yeousch Reloaded. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click it on there. And then the one on the right is the newest episode on my channel. If you click on the annotations, it will take you straight to the video in a different tab, so you don't have to miss this video. Also, if there is no annotation on the screen for either one of the videos, it's because the video is not up yet, but once it is up, the annotation should be on the screen. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into today's featured video on Call of Duty Face Off. What's up guys, it's X-Rays. Before I start in today's episode, I want to do a quick note for you guys. There's going to be a special Infinity Ward edition of the AK-47 coming up next week here on Reloaded. So if you guys are getting mad that I just, you didn't even count the Modern Warfare 1 and 2 and 3 versions of them, it's not because I did not, because I disregarded them or because I think they suck. I am just going to do an Infinity Ward version. This week's is the Treyarch version. It's going to be the AK-47 from Black Ops and the AN-94 from Black Ops 2. Next week you'll see the Infinity Ward version, so don't get mad, don't leave hate comments and say, oh, you know, the Modern Warfare 3 version was better, because I'm going to do a separate one, and then once I get that episode up, I'm going to compare the best one from Treyarch and the best one from Infinity Ward in a super episode that you guys are really going to enjoy. So don't get mad, and I'll jump straight into today's episode of Call of Duty Face Off. The AK-47 is probably one of the most well-known assault rifles even outside of Call of Duty. So it's only natural that it would appear in Black Ops and actually several other Call of Duty games. The AK-47 in Black Ops is a high damage, high rate of fire weapon with predictable recoil, which allowed a lot of people to use it and just destroy people. The AK-47 is a fan favorite, and even just because of its name, it's highly used in pretty much every Call of Duty game. When Black Ops 2 came around, a lot of people were surprised that there was no AK-47. Instead, they were greeted with a new assault rifle, the AN-94. The AN-94 is a fully automatic assault rifle with high damage output, but it's a little strange. It has weird characteristics. The first two shots are faster than the rest of the shots, which made it a little hard to decide how fast the AN-94 actually shot. It actually shoots at two different speeds when shot burst and when shot fully automatic, much like the G36C. The AN-94 also has a steeper drop-off in damage than the AK-47. While the steeper drop-off affected in its match with the AK-47, while the increased accuracy and its lower recoil actually helped it pull out ahead in this match of the two weapons. We find out today in today's episode of Call of Duty Face Off. The AK-47 from Black Ops 1 stayed true to its roots, staying with pretty similar stats across the board. The AK-47 had a magazine size of 30 rounds per magazine, and it did insane damage, doing 40 at its max damage and dropping down to 30 at its minimum. It wasn't that much of a steep drop-off. Because of this, the AK-47 was a 3 to 4 shot kill weapon, and on top of that, the AK-47 had a headshot multiplier of 1.4, which meant that it was possible to change this weapon from a 3 to 4 shot kill weapon to a 2 to 3 shot kill weapon. The AK-47 shot at 750 rounds per minute, and it had medium recoil. Now, although it did have higher recoil than most assault rifles, it also had very predictable recoil, which meant that even if you were in a long-range gunfight, you were still able to hold your own. The AN-94 was a completely different monster. Although it did have the same magazine size as the AK-47 at 30 rounds per magazine, it also had a steeper drop-off in damage. Although it did do the same max damage of 40, it dropped all the way down to 24 if you were to find yourself in a long-range gunfight. Because of this, the AN-94 was a 3 to 6 shot kill weapon. Now, it did have a headshot multiplier, but it wasn't as high as the AK-47. It had a 1.2 headshot multiplier, which basically meant that even if you were to get all headshots, this weapon would still only be a 3 to 4 shot kill weapon. The AN-94 had a weird firing rate. If you were to hold down on the trigger, it would shoot at 600 rounds per minute, but if you were to burst fire it, since the first two shots were faster than the rest, it would possibly go up all the way up to 900 rounds per minute. Because you were able to burst fire this weapon, and because the first two shots were a little bit faster, you actually had low to medium recoil, which made this weapon very manageable and easy to shoot. So which one of these two was the better weapon? Leave a comment down below with which one you guys think was better. Maybe you just felt that one was easier to use, or maybe one felt better than the other, or maybe you just thought one was statistically better than the other weapon. Leave a comment down below. It'll be interesting to see if maybe you still think one is better than the other despite the stats. Anyway, so which one of these two was better? And the winner was the AK-47 from Black Ops 1. The AK-47 from Black Ops 1 just had a lower drop off in damage. It was less shots to kill, and say even if the AN-94 were to have the same shots to kill, you would have to get all headshots, which meant that the AK-47 was an easier weapon to use. The AK-47 also had a higher headshot multiplier, which actually made it more effective to use than the headshot multiplier of the AN-94. Although the AN-94 would possibly have a higher firing rate, most people hold down on the trigger, which meant that the AK-47 technically does shoot a little bit faster than the AN-94. Now, even though the AN-94 did have lower recoil and had more manageable, the AK-47 from Black Ops 1 also had very predictable recoil, which meant that you were able to use it even at a max distance. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Call of Duty Face Off. If you did, remember to slap a like on this video and a favorite if you really enjoyed it. And also remember to leave a comment down below with which guns you guys want me to compare next. I'm probably going to do the AK-47s from Infinity Ward for an Infinity Ward edition. But apart from that, if you guys want to see any other one, leave a comment down below. Also, remember to subscribe to Yeousch Reloaded for exclusive episodes of Call of Duty Face Off, and of course to my channel, youtube.com/OGXrays. I have episodes that go up every Monday on my channel. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm Xviz, I'm out. Peace.